Hello everybody and welcome to the My Arduino Home Connecting Arduino. This is the part 2 in the series of videos of how to set up your My Arduino Home controller to work with the website, Amazon, and all that good stuff. So anyway, in this video I'm going to go over how to get the Arduino to communicate with the website. Okay, so first thing we want to do is go ahead and set up the local site directory to work with the Arduino. So if you go to your XAMPP www folder and then local site right here, these are the files that the Arduino needs access to, because that's how it's going to be able to update information and all that good stuff. Now we don't actually have to edit the database file because it's going to pull it from the main site. So luckily, you don't even have to touch nothing. So if this is working, you don't have to touch anything here. So that's always good news. Okay, so first we want to open up our XAMPP control panel. And then if we go to the Apache config, and we'll just go with the httpd.conf. And then if you just scroll all the way to the bottom here, and just bring down. Now let's go ahead and just copy this here. And then we'll paste it right here. Now I've already got CXAMPP www local site in the directory. Now what this does is it only allows the Arduino to connect from the local network. So if your IP address is 10.1.0 whatever, make sure you update that here. And notice how I left the last set out, the last set of digits, so it doesn't say .55. Now I can do that, however anytime the Arduino reconnects to your network, the IP address might change. So we just take out that .55 or whatever the IP was, and that'll allow any device on the local network to access this part of the server. So we'll go ahead and save that, close it, and then just do a quick restart. Okay, so now we should be able to open up 192.168.1.40. And of course my IP address has changed. I wanted local site. Oh, I'm sorry. House. Because that's the alias that we used, is house. So that's what we'll call here. And let's go ahead and turn off the HTTPS and just HTTP 192.168.1.40/house. Okay, so Arduino Smart Home Control Console, local site, index file, everything looks to be working. Enjoy! So that means that our Arduino should have no problem connecting to this and then opening the files within that folder. So the next thing we want to do is get the code updated to the Arduino itself. So if you go to our GitHub, and then under My Arduino Home Automation Control Board, that has the Arduino Home Automation.ino. So we can open that up. I'm going to go raw, select all, copy, and then if we open up our Arduino IDE, and you can go ahead and plug the Arduino in. And then we want, oops, wrong button, I'm sorry, paste. Now if we go back to the top of our code, we'll go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. We need to change these stars to actual settings. And as you can see, we have the server, which in this case is 192.168.1.40. Now if possible, you want to set up your router to keep your server computer the same IP address, so you don't have to go in and update it every single time the IP changes. Because like my computer here, it restarted. I had to restart it since the last video, and the IP address was already changed because it used to be .41, now it's .40. So to avoid that, you can actually go in your router settings and set it up to where it won't change like that. So anyway, put the IP address to this computer or to your server here, and then your house ID, which if you go back to your home controller website and then go to account settings and then my Arduino home settings, there's your house ID and then your house token. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. So my house ID is 100, and then right here is the website token, and this is just for added security. Let's save and just save it as default, no big deal. Right here is your debug. You can actually set that to 1 if you want to just have it show you all the details of what's going on. And if you scroll through here, you can see there's all kind of print statements, and there's the if debug, so that way it doesn't once you get everything set up and working and you don't need to debug, you want that off, and it'll speed up the controller a lot. So we'll go ahead and enable that, save it, and upload. And it just takes a moment. It's got to compile it and then upload it to the Arduino, or to the Arduino Mega, which I'm using in this case. So we can go ahead and minimize that. Don't really have any use for that. Go back to the main page here. I've got mine set up with a test board that acts like someone's holding the button down for the light, and it'll turn the relay on and off automatically. Of course, it's not able to connect yet because I'm just now updating the new IP address. So okay, it ticked, so it just rebooted. Done uploading. We can go ahead and click this here for the serial monitor. You can also go Tools, Serial Monitor, however you want to do it. So this is basically what the Arduino is doing. Okay, so we got an IP address here. So the physical address for the Arduino is 1.34. And it's having a little trouble connecting to the server. Huh. There it goes. And I've noticed with this WAMP server, it has a little bit of a delay as far as well, it says connection failed. So it was not able to connect to the web server for some reason. Looks like it's working now. Let's see if this updated. Ah, see, this updated. So that means we're getting connection here. And I've noticed, since I've been doing this on this Windows machine, as far as setting up the server, that I get a lot less speed out of it, so to speak, compared to a Linux server. So if you have the option to set up a Linux-based web server, you'll have a lot better speed out of it. Of course, you know, with lovely Windows, it's always something. So it looks like everything's working. I'll click this and it should show off, and then when it loops back around, we should get it back on. See, it's right here is where it's checking the web server to see what lights are on currently, and then when it goes through this part, it says, oh hey, look, we changed something here because somebody's holding the button, so let's update the server. So if I click here, it shows that light 2 is back on. So I'm going to actually unplug my little test thing, and I'm going to move it down to light 8. Okay, so refresh that. So when it comes back through here, okay, so it pulled from the server, and it's updating what the server thought, and then right here it's going to update what's different. So for example, I pushed that, according to the board, I'm holding the button down. So we should get a change on the next loop, because I don't think it got that button push on that loop. And for some reason I'm not getting anything over here. So if you have any issues where for some reason it seems like the button, it's not taking the button push, you can actually go back, turn off auto scroll so you can scroll back, and you can go to, let's see, I'll put it on 8. So it would actually be light 8 here, and it looks like it's not seeing this button push. And if you go up here, yeah, so it's not reading a button push for some reason on that 8th channel. So let's move it and see if we get a different value. Actually, it would be 7 here. Now, notice 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your first channel is a 0, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. A little bit confusing, but it's not bad. It works. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Go ahead and wait and see. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with Windows, is it has a hard time connecting to the Windows server, and I want to say it actually, after a little bit, it might kick it out. So that's something I still got to look into to get that reliability a little better. So let's go ahead and reopen this so that it restarts. Every time you open the serial monitor, it restarts the Arduino, so that's kind of nice. So got IP address there. It's connecting to check the lights. See if we can get it to do something here. Right now I'm on got the button push plugged into channel 7. So if you turn off auto scroll, as you can see here, it read a button push, and it does it here too because there's 2 channels per, and I've got both buttons pushed on that same channel. These are currently unused, but it enables you to add like a motion sensor or any kind of on-off sensor to the system. And it looks like we should have an update here. Yep, light 7 on. Let's try plugging it back into 8. Let's see if we get some kind of reaction out of that. So if we go back down here, and we should get a reaction. Well, still nothing. For some reason my channel 8's just not reading. And like I said, you can scroll up here and nothing there. Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to look into. So let's go to channel 9. See if we can get a reaction here. And I saw the board update because I got little LEDs that'll show me. and light 9 is on. So it looks like channel 8 is my only issue on this one. Well, anyway, so we got the Arduino connecting, because as you can see, these are automatically updating. And it should turn off in just a second. Okay, it should show off. Oh, it's updating the server right now. Now it should show off. See, light 9 off. But anyway, I'll look into figuring out how to get that fixed. As far as debug 0, that'll speed it up a little bit. As far as being able to get the Arduino to communicate with the Windows server a little quicker. But I highly suggest using Linux. But if you don't have access to it, this is the next best thing. Well, I hope that was helpful, and make sure to check back for our next video that explains how to get this all to connect with Alexa so that she can turn your lights on and off with voice commands. Thanks for watching.